What's up, guys? Today is a huge day for MLB The Show. This is the first day of legitimate official esports competition in MLB The Show's history. If you don't know what I'm talking about, today is the first day of qualifiers for the Show 19 Fall Cup that's being put on by PlayStation in association with ESL. There's 8 qualifiers. There's a tournament at the end of it, so I'm gonna leave a video in the description where I explained all the rules of the tournament. If you're still interested, that's gonna be the top link in the description. But before I get into anything, I just want to let you guys know that I am going to be live on Twitch today, streaming all of my qualifier games. I will be live around noon Pacific. The tournament doesn't start till 2 o'clock, but I'll be live at noon playing, getting some warm-up games in before that. So if you want to watch some of this qualifier, come through to twitch.tv/Cougs46. I am so excited though, man. I don't even care if I win anything or lose, whatever. The fact that there's legitimate competition right now, I'm so excited. I'm so ready for it. So in this Fall Cup, there are certain lineup restrictions. There's certain rules you have to follow. There's also some stuff that's unclear. So I wanted to show you guys my team, how I built my team, why I decided to use certain players, and then you know, maybe if you guys have any last second adjustments you think I should make in the comments, I'll take a look at those. But this is most likely the team I'm going to be using in the Fall Cup, so let's get into it. So before I even get into showing you guys any of the players on my team, you got to understand the restrictions on the lineup. There's a certain way you have to build your team. So for your lineup, you get 3 95 and above diamond players, you get 3 85 to 94 diamond players, and the rest of them are 84 or below. So basically the rest of them are golds. So I was playing a little bit on stream last night, and I was moving some things around and trying to figure out what I liked the best, and I think this is what I'm coming out of here with. So let's get into my big guys first. Willie Mays had to be in my lineup. He's the best card in the game. He's got power, he's got speed, he's got fielding, and remember, these are 3-inning games for the qualifiers, so it's basically battle royale. You want to get a bunch of power in there, you want to get guys that aren't going to cost you on defense, and you just got to kind of pick your battles with some of the guys you're doing in a lineup restriction like this. And Willie Mays, there's no weak spot. He's insanely good all around. He is going to be in my lineup, of course. I also decided to throw GRIFFEY in here. I really like GRIFFEY. I hit really well with GRIFFEY. He's always hitting the ball hard. I don't have a lot of bad animations with him in the outfield. I know some people have said they've struggled with that, but he's been really consistent, really sound for me, so I'm throwing GRIFFEY in there for another big bat. And then Teddy Ballgame. This one I wasn't sure about just because of the defense. I don't want his defense to cost me at all in these qualifiers, but I started putting him in using the bat, and it's just impossible to pitch to this guy when the other guy has him. So Ted Williams, his bat is too good to pass up in a 3-inning game. I need all the power I can get, so he's gonna be my guy. Okay, now jumping into the mid-tier diamonds, 85 overall to 94 overall. I went with the home run derby, or I'm sorry, the all-star game Joey Gallo, and I was a little bit unsure if I wanted to use him or not, particularly because of that 53 vision, but I played a lot of practice games last night on my stream on Hall of Fame difficulty, and Joey Gallo was like one of my best hitters. I was squaring up a lot of different pitches with him on both sides of the plate, so he played really well for me, so I'm keeping him in my lineup. Then another all-star game card, the 91 overall Max Muncy at second base, 100 pop on both sides, great defense, great arm strength, only 58 speed, but it's kind of whatever. I really like Max Muncy. I like his swing. It's kind of compact, and then when you actually square it up, the ball travels really well, and I like the fact that he's not really weak against one side versus the other. He's kind of a balanced power card. And then Francisco Lindor, he is going to be my shortstop, but there's kind of a reason why I'm doing this, and I'll explain that in a minute. But Lindor, switch hitting shortstop with diamond defense, not the greatest arm, but he's got 70 speed. He's a pretty good guy overall, but once again, there's kind of a weird thing here. So I'll come back to that in a second, but my other two guys, remember, they have to be 84 or below. I'm throwing Eugenio Suarez over at third base. I love his power. He's playing really well for me in like Angel in the outfield, or he was playing well for me in Angel in the outfield before we upgraded. And you know, I feel like I could probably give him another go. He did well for me last night. He was hitting bombs. He was making plays over there at third base, even with 66 fielding. So he's going to be there. And then the final card is going to be Mitch Garver. It's kind of a toss-up between him and Gary Sanchez. To be honest, I should have used Gary Sanchez a little bit more last night when I was practicing with this team, but I don't know. I feel like when you have 92, 96 power, you got to kind of put that in your lineup if you can. So that's kind of the reason I'm going with him. It's literally like a coin flip between him and Gary Sanchez, though. So then for my bench, I've got Pete Alonso, Yordan Alvarez, Justin Smoke, Kike Hernandez, and then I've got Kevin Kiermaier for a defensive replacement for Ted Williams. Kiermaier is not a great hitter, obviously. If you get a lefty, he's okay, but he's got 99 fielding with 90 arm strength. Ted Williams has pretty trash defense, so if I'm up by like 2 or 3 runs or even 1 run, I'll throw Kiermaier in there in the 3rd inning to try to secure the victory and make sure Ted doesn't cost me anything in the outfield. Okay, so back to Lindor, right? He's an 88 overall. The reason I have Lindor in there is because I don't know if you can or cannot use the created player in this tournament. The reason why it's weird, like I could just easily throw Tim Cougs in, or Tim Kugler, whatever, in as my created player, but the fact is he's an 89 overall, so he'd fit in that mid-tier diamond section, but then when you throw all the equipment on him, he becomes a 99 in the game. So does he count as a 95 plus, or does he count as an 89? I don't know. If he counts as an 89, I'd use him, but I don't know. I don't want to get like any sort of DQ, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. If I can use my creative player, I want to do it, but I'm just playing it on the safe side by using Lindor, who's still pretty good. So that's my lineup for right now. Moving over to the next part, we've got the starting rotation. You get 2 95 plus diamonds, 1 mid-tier diamond, and you have to have 2 golds in your starting rotation. So the first guy I'm going with is Tom Seaver, 99 overall starting pitcher, signature series, 4-seam sinker, slider, 12-6 curve, and a change. Really good pitch speed differentials, especially with the curveball and the changeup. Really good per nines, great control, good velo and break. Like, Tom Seaver has everything you need. A lot of people say he's like the right-handed Kershaw. I do feel like he gets hit a little bit better than Kershaw, though, so we'll see how he does. Once again, it's 3-inning game, so realistically, I only need him to maybe get a couple outs, but it is what it is. Then we've got, of course, signature series Clayton Kershaw, the best starting pitcher in MLB The Show 19 still to this day. 114 stamina, really great hits and Ks per 9, 92 walks per 9, 88 control, 99 break with 90 velo, 5 pitches. He's got a sinker and a changeup. Like, he's got everything. He's amazing. Clayton Kershaw, I don't even need to talk about him anymore. Everybody has him. For my mid-tier diamond, I'm going with Whitey Ford, and the reason I'm going with Whitey Ford is because I think he's extremely underrated. He's got 5 pitches, a sinker, a changeup, a slider. Those are all in there, so he's got some junk to use. He's got 94 hits per 9, 79 Ks per 9, so it's not like the most amazing per 9s ever, but 63 velo, 94 break. He's got a little bit of a funky windup, a funky arm slot, so I feel like that could kind of get in people's heads a little bit, so I'm kind of going that route instead of necessarily like the best pitcher attribute wise. And then looking at my golds, the first one is going to be the 84 Topps Now Steven Matz. This guy is a god and angel in the outfield, so I figured, you know, I should probably put him in here. If he's good in that series, he might be good here. I hope I don't land on him that much just because everybody's going to have extremely stacked lineups, but either way, if I get him, it's not the end of the world because I do have a little bit of confidence in him. His pitches are good, 4 pitches, good velo, good break. He's a solid card. Lastly, we have the 84 Live Series Luis Castillo, 4 pitches, a 4-seam, a circle change, a 2-seam, and a slider. Really good hits and Ks per 9 for a gold, 89 at 86, 89 velo, 78 break. Not the greatest control and walks per 9 in the world, but I don't know, if you get some good fastballs in on the hands, like you might be able to move around with that slider and that circle change to kind of fool some people, so we'll see. He's probably my weakest one though. So last but not least, we have the bullpen that we have to go over. You get 2 95 and above, you get 2 mid-tier diamonds, and then you get 3 golds. So obviously I had to go with Kenley Jansen. I still think he's the best relief pitcher in the entire game. Amazing per 9s, 121, 125, 91 walks per 9, 92 control, 99 velo and break, 5 different pitches, slider, changeup, sinker, a cutter. Like, Kenley Jansen's got every weapon you need for a reliever. I also wanted to get Billy Wagner in here. I'm a big fan of Billy Wagner. I know some people don't like him, but I don't really know why. I'm always seeming to get out of jams with him. I think he's really good. He's really good at locating fastballs on the corner, so I love that about him. So moving into the mid-tier diamonds, this one is kind of like an iffy choice. I'm not 100% sure if I'm sold on it, but Sergio Romo, the 93 overall signature series, 106, 108 hits and Ks per 9, 98 walks per 9, 88 control, 63 velo, 99 break, 5 pitches. The thing about Sergio Romo is he's more of a like a junk pitcher, I guess, with the slider and the changeup and the cutter. Not necessarily that a cutter is like a junk pitch, but you get what I'm saying. He's more about movement than he is about actual like velo and overpowering people. So if you start to hang sliders and changeups, those will get crushed. So you really have to hit your spots well. And we've got the 89 overall Raleigh Fingers from the Brewers Team Affinity, one of the best budget relievers you can possibly get in this game. Really high hits and Ks per 9, great control, great velo and break, 4 great pitches. I love Raleigh Fingers. He had to be in the pen. And for my 3 golds, we've got Johnny Venters. Of course, I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother is going to have Johnny Venters in on this tournament. Great per 9s, great velo and break. Sinker is nasty. The slurve is nasty. We've got Roberto Osuna. He's actually playing up on inside edge today, which is pretty helpful. 102 hits per 9, 90 Ks per 9, good velo, good break, good control and walks per 9. You guys know Osuna. I don't even know why I'm going in depth here. And then last but not least, we got Brett CECIL in the pen. He's going to be my 3rd lefty. Great hits and Ks per 9, good break, good pitches. He's a very underrated lefty in this game for sure. So yeah, that's what my team is looking like. I think it's set up pretty well. I think I got a good batting order. I think I've got a good lineup. Remember, these are 3-inning games, so there's probably guys that would be a little bit more reasonable to use if I was playing like 9 innings and if it was like double elimination and stuff. But I'm literally going for like big time bats that can get the job done early in a game so I can get a lead and hopefully hold on to it after 3 innings. And then the pitching, I think the pitching is actually pretty good. Once again, Sergio Romo is a big question mark for me. Luis Castillo is kind of a question mark, but I only have to use him for a couple batters. So I'd probably go to Raleigh Fingers before I go to Sergio Romo, after I go to Jansen, of course. So there's like things to think about with this team. I always got to remember to bring in Kiermaier for Ted Williams in left field when I need a defensive replacement. Things like that. I'm not sure if I want to get Gary Sanchez instead of Mitch Garver, so there's still little things to think about, but I think this is probably the lineup I'm going with. Remember, I will be live, twitch.tv/Kooks46. I'm going to be starting around noon Pacific, and the tournament starts at 2, and then I'll be playing all my matches, and you guys can see what happens with me live. If you're playing in it, you can either hang out in there or whatever. But yeah, come hang out on the stream. It's going to be a fun time. I'll also be live tomorrow for the next qualifiers too, so a lot going on, man, but hang out in the stream today. But I'm really excited for this, guys. I've been waiting for esports, some sort of official competition in MLB The Show for a while now. I want to be involved in esports no matter what it is, whether I'm playing in it, whether I'm helping set it up, whether I'm casting. I don't know. I want to do something with the esports sides of things because I think it's really exciting and I think it helps grow the game and I think it's good for everybody involved. So I'm excited for this, guys. But anyway, drop a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Use code POSTSEASON at checkout for 20% off merch. I'll see you guys later today. Peace.